The Ukrainian president visiting his country's flooded southern region of Kherson on Thursday. Volodymyr Zelenskyy discussing emergency operations in the aftermath of this week's destruction of a huge dam. He also stopped by a hospital where those hurt during the escape from the disaster are being treated. The scope of the crisis is coming into clearer focus. Kyiv and Moscow blame each other for Tuesday's collapse of the Kakhovka hydroelectric station and dam, which unleashed floodwaters from the Dnipro River.
It's a very difficult situation for people in Kherson right now because they are already suffering the consequence of the war for a long time.
This spokesperson for the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says the extent of the flooding is massive and water levels are still rising.
The impact is going to be long term. The agriculture is going to be impacted. Water supply, 700,000 people depends on water from the reservoir from Kakhovka. The level of the reservoir is dropping, so we are at risk of having 700,000 people that cannot have clean water at home.
The immediate threat to us and our staff and civilians is the fact that mines might move, and that will lead to the need for us to resurvey these areas, remark them as minefields.
Andrew Matthewson is with the demining organization Halo. He says mines in the war zone are at risk of moving due to the flooding. His team has uncovered 5,000 mines in the Mykolaiv region in the last month alone, and that's likely a fraction of the total number of unexploded ordnance embedded in the area. Harrowing images continue to emerge from hard-hit villages. Ukrainian soldiers have been using drones to deliver bottled water to those trapped in the upper stories of their homes in the Russian-controlled southern Ukrainian region. New from the Russian defense minister Thursday, he says his forces repelled large-scale overnight attempts by Ukrainian troops to break through the front line in the southern Zaporizhia region. As for the prospect of Russia's president visiting the flood zone in southern Ukraine, the Kremlin says Vladimir Putin is monitoring the situation, but has no plans to tour the affected area. Melissa Duggan, City News.